Hello everybody and welcome back to another new video. It's me, Will, and this is going to be my Record Store Day 2024 haul video with of course my pickups from yesterday, Record Store Day 420. And I've actually been watching a lot of your videos out there in the vinyl community with your pickups. It's been super fun watching your haul videos. And I think that the consensus is that this was a really good year for Record Store Day. And I agree. I think that the list was really solid, especially compared to the last couple of years. I had several titles in my list that I wanted to get from the exclusive list of RSD titles, but there was one record in particular in my list that I really wanted to get, a very special record. I really wanted it for my collection, and it was also one of the most limited ones in the list. Only 900 copies of that record, so pretty limited. It was one of the regional releases from RSD, one of the exclusive items, so that I knew that there wouldn't be further presses of that record. So I actually ended up calling my local record store a couple of days before Record Store Day, just to check if they would have that title during RSD. And they said that they ordered five of those records. They only got one, a single copy in the entire store for RSD. So that made me change my strategy about Record Store Day a little bit, because for the last several years I have not been lining up at the record store super early in the morning. I haven't been camping out because I usually, if the stuff that I want to get is not super limited, I know that I can usually get it later in the day without waiting in line. But this one changed my strategy. I said, okay, I have to go there early. So I got to my local record store yesterday about 5 in the morning. It was still dark outside, but there were 15 people in line ahead of me outside Fantasyland Records in the Buckhead area of Atlanta. So yeah, there were a few people ahead of me, but I decided to take the risk. I'm just gonna sit there and wait in line and hope that that record is gonna be still there when I get to the inside the record store. But yeah, I got lucky at the end. I ended up getting everything that I really wanted for my list, with a couple of exceptions. I'm going to mention those later in the video. And I'm going to show you that very special record, the one that they only had one copy at the store, at the end of the video. So stay tuned for that. All right, before getting started with the records, let's check out the free stuff that I got from Fantasyland Records. I got this really nice record bag from Crossley. And it does have the Record Store Day logo and a really cool design with the records. The record crate and a cheeky cat as well. Really nice tote bag. And I also picked up one of the free posters from Dogfish Head. They always have really cool designs on their Record Store Day posters. I guess they are the official beer of RSD. And yeah, that's all the free stuff that I picked up at Fantasyland Records. Let's go ahead and check out the music. If you watch my videos, you know I'm a huge fan of the Ramones, so I had to pick up this one, the exclusive title from RSD. This is the 1975 Sire demos. So these are a lot of the songs that were recorded before the release of their classic self-titled album from 1976. Everybody, of course, knows that record. There's the track list. A really nice write-up with kind of like a promo material when the Ramones were about to come out with their debut album. Really cool picture of the band there too. I don't think I've ever seen that one before. And the record came in with, or the vinyl came in really nice color vinyl. This one looks awesome. Splatter black and clear vinyl with the Ramones labels. They did something different this time with this Ramones release. The last few ones have been coming out on the Sire labels, but this one they did something different, I guess. And it looks great with the splatter vinyl. But yeah, 1975 Sire demos. It has a lot of the tracks, of course, that were recorded before the album came out. Now, if you have this box set came out in 2016 for the 40th anniversary of the album. You already have all of those tracks from here on CD. One of the CDs included in this box has all of those demos. I think it's CD number 2. Yeah, this too has all the demos and more. And if you also have this CD that came out in 2001, I picked this one up when it came out. This was the deluxe edition of the record. It comes with a lot of the demos as well on the same CD. So you also have a lot of those songs, but not all of them. But this was the first time that they have released all those demos in vinyl format. So of course I had to add it to my Ramones collection. So I actually played this one this morning, and to my ears I was like, wow, this sounds great. I don't remember the CD versions that I had before sounding this great. And they don't say anything about a new mix or a new remaster or anything, but they sound so much better in this release. Even if they're demos, they sound great on vinyl compared to my CD copies of the same songs. It could be just my ears, but I do think that they do sound a little bit better. If you got a copy of this one, and if you have the box set from 2016, let me know if they sound a little bit different to you as well. Great addition to my Ramones collection.
Now you say you wanna live with me, 1, 2, 3. You wanna have a family. Now you say you wanna do my laundry. I can make you what you want, baby.
All right, up next, I picked up this record from Jesse Malin, and this one's called The Heat. And this one originally came out in 2004. This one was reissued by MNRK Music for the 20th anniversary of the album, second studio album from the singer-songwriter from New York. And this one was limited to only 1,200 copies. And this one came in with a nice insert, with another picture from the front cover and all the credits. It was fascinating to read the credits because I did not know that he had collaborated with a lot of artists that I know, like Tommy Stinson from The Replacements. He does sing background vocals on some of the tracks, Pete Yorn as well. And the whole record was mixed by Ryan Adams, of course. And I say that because the overall vibe of the record, it does kind of have that level of production and mixing from the Ryan Adams records, especially from the stuff that he released back in the early 2000s. But anyways, this record came in on color vinyl, green, marbled green and black. I wish they had done like a red color to match the artwork, but they did green on this one. And it looks great anyways, it sounds fantastic. And it also came in with a bonus 7-inch, which I was not expecting. Some black vinyl, a couple of extra bonus tracks from the record. I'm not sure if these songs came out on the regular version of the album or the original album. This one's called The Holy Ghost and Stranger Than Fools. I think they did come out on the CD version, but I'm not sure if they came out on the vinyl. But anyways, Jesse Malin, his second studio album. This is my favorite record of his. Love his voice, love his guitar playing. His songwriting is fantastic. He has an incredible ballad in this song called in this album called "Since You're in Love." Heartbreaking track. Love that track. And side A, in my opinion, is nearly perfect. It has some really catchy tracks like "Going Out West" and "Scars of Love." Highly recommend this one from Jesse Malin. Again, this one's called "The Heat." All right, up next, I also picked up this one from Iggy and the Stooges. And this one's live at Lockier's Feesten 2005. Recorded live in 2005 in Belgium. And this one came in with a nice LB strip here on the side. It does say never before released on vinyl until now, so I assume it was released before on CD format. They just did the special one for RSD on green vinyl. And there's the back. And this one, by the way, came out on Culture Factory Records. There's the track list. Limited to 2,500 copies, so pretty limited for a Iggy pop record, Iggy and the Stooges. So if you haven't picked this one up and you plan to pick it up, definitely do it soon because it's probably going to be the ones that sells out. Came in with a nice inner sleeve with pictures of the band playing live at the festival, and a nice write-up describing the performance from 2005. Here's the vinyl. This one does match the album cover and color, and also the labels with a cool picture of Iggy there. The labels, and there's the back. Yeah, you really cannot beat Iggy Pop playing live at a music festival with the classic lineup of the Stooges. The energy is incredible in this recording. The sound is fantastic. You really feel like you're out there in the festival watching Iggy perform with the Stooges. Great recording. I don't really have that much Iggy Pop or the Stooges in my collection, so I'm glad that I found this one and added it to my collection. Again, Iggy and the Stooges live at Lokir's Feastin' 2005. All right, up next, I also picked up this one from Motörhead, and this one's called Remorse? No. And this one came out on BMG Records, and it was limited to only 2,100 copies. It's a compilation, reimagined compilation. Came in on double LP, on silver vinyl as well. Really cool looking vinyl. The second one looks the same. Really cool labels as well. So they're calling this reimagined redux of the original Greatest Hits compilation from 1984 called No Remorse. The thing is that they're pulling a little bit of a twist on this one, because they're, instead of including the original tracks in the track list, they're keeping the same track list, but they're including alternate versions of the same songs. So they're putting in either live versions of the songs, or alternate versions, or even demos of the same tracks. So since they're technically different recordings, they're calling it something else compared to the original one from 1984. And yeah, I kept the hype sticker right there. It explains it there, as well as in the liner notes. So it includes some released, rare, and live tracks, and new sleeve notes as well. You can see here in the gatefold. Really cool pictures of the band there. So yeah, the original one, No Remorse, came out in 1984 with the kind of like a black leather front cover. So really cool to see a new version of that same Greatest Hits compilation. So it includes the more recognizable songs from Motörhead from the early releases of the band. I think it includes the first 4 Motörhead records. I could be wrong about that. But yeah, I haven't listened to this one yet, actually. I haven't had time to listen to the full record yet, but I have streamed the original one. It is awesome. It has essentially the best songs from the early Motörhead. Again, I'm sure it's going to be great as well. Again, Motörhead with Remorse? No. All right, up next, I managed to get one of the limited copies of Sleater-Kinney's 7-inch single. This one's called This Time and Here Today, and it came out on Loma Vista Records. Limited to 2,000 copies. And all the lyrics here, there in the back, and it came out on limited edition translucent red vinyl, according to the hype sticker. Huge fan of Sleater-Kinney, so I had to pick this one up. And these are 2 tracks that didn't make it to their latest album, Little Rope, which I showed in one of my last videos. Fantastic album, by the way. Love that record, and I'm sure these 2 songs are going to be great as well. I'm going to be spinning this one later. All right, and last but not least, this one was the record that I really wanted to have in my collection. The record why I lined up at the store at 5 a.m. Yesterday. Really lucky that I found this one, because I'm a huge fan of the Groovy Ghoulies. And this one's called 40 Years of Kepi and the Groovy Ghoulies. It's a compilation, double LP compilation. So LP1 has the songs from the Groovy Ghoulies, and second LP has songs from Kepi Ghoulies solo stuff. The leader and singer, of course, of the Groovy Ghoulies. He came in with a nice gatefold, limited to only 900 copies, like I said before, with artwork for each of the tracks from Kepi. He's a great artist. And the records came in with color vinyl. One came in, this is the second LP on purple vinyl. And the first one came in on orange vinyl. like a Halloween themed color vinyl with the custom labels, and there's Kepi right there in the labels. And I kept the hype sticker on this one. This is a compilation, I guess, kind of like an anthology of the Groovy Ghoulies and Kepi Ghoulie. It says first time ever career spanning double LP, 28 tracks from 28 releases, which I didn't know that both combined, the Groovy Ghoulies and Kepi Ghoulie as a solo artist, they have a total of 28 records. So they are grabbing one track from each of the records, putting them all combined in this double LP. And 6 of those songs have never been released on vinyl. And one of them is a brand new recording, the very last track. But yeah, Groovy Ghoulies, legendary classic pop punk from back in the 90s, even throughout the 2000s. And then Kepi Ghoulie went solo after the Groovy Ghoulies broke up. Musically, if you like the Ramones, if you like Chuck Berry, you should technically like the Groovy Ghoulies because it's a great combination of that kind of music, very punky, rockabilly style music. And then later on, his solo stuff from Kepi turned on a little bit more acoustic, great singer-songwriter with great guitars as well. But yeah, fantastic release. I really wanted this one because I knew they was really limited, and I'm a huge fan of the Groovy Ghoulies. And a lot of his stuff, the Groovy Ghoulies' early stuff, is actually pretty hard to find because the early stuff came out on Lookout Records. So I'm glad that they did this career anthology of 40 years of the Groovy Ghoulies. Musically, if you like the stuff that I listen to, like pop punk from the 90s and 2000s, Screeching Weasel, NoFX, The Queers, Green Day, stuff like that, you should probably like the music from the Groovy Ghoulies. But yeah, I just spun this one before I made this video, and it is fantastic. Great to hear the progression of the entire career of the Groovy Ghoulies from the very first release all the way to the end. And but to me, the highlight was the second LP. The stuff that Kepi has been releasing as a solo artist is absolutely fantastic. He does have a great collaboration with Kim Shattuck of the Muffs. And if you know me, you know I'm a huge fan of the Muffs. It's the first song in the second LP called This Friend of Mine. Very sweet duet with the vocals from Kim and Kepi. It sounds fantastic. But yeah, this is the record that I waited in line for several hours to get. Super excited about this one, and it did not disappoint. A fantastic release from Kepi and the Groovy Ghoulies. So yeah, at the end of the video, I'm going to show you a couple of clips from this record, but I'm going to show you 2 different songs. One from the Groovy Ghoulies and one from Kepi Ghoulies solo stuff. But anyways, that's all I picked up from Record Store Day 2024. Again, great year for RSD. There were a couple of things that I didn't get yesterday, but I do plan to get eventually. One of them was the Replacements live album. I'm waiting a little bit to see if the prices drop. I don't really need that one because that live album was already included in the Tim box set that came out last year. This guy right here, the Let It Bleed edition, one of the CDs includes that full live album. It will still be cool to have it for my Replacements collection because I'm a big fan of the Replacements, but I'm probably gonna wait a little bit. And the second one that I didn't get was the Pixies playing live in Red Rocks in Colorado. I really like that one because the artwork really matches the last few releases that they have been put out for Record Store Day in the past. So eventually I'm gonna get that one, but they pressed plenty of copies on that one, so I know I can get that one later. So I'm gonna wait again to see if the prices drop. But anyways, that's all I picked up from RSD 2024. Again, a great year for RSD. I will keep watching your videos. I'll keep showing your hauls from RSD 2024, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.